my gosh. No way.
Yo, Kanye, what's up? What's going on in the studio today?
Yeah, I just want to talk about...
Hold up. You're probably really confused, so let's go back to how this all started.
Personal website.
In 2021, I tried recreating my personal website over 10 times, and I never felt like it was yassified enough. So now it's 2022, and I hope that this will be the first and last time I ever create my personal website for this year. So for the next few days, I'm going to attempt to design and code a Skyler-fied, yassified, immaculate, jaw-dropping, breathtaking personal pizza pie.
Bruh.
Okay, maybe not that, but anyways, let's get into building my personal website. Okay, I didn't actually FaceTime Kanye West.
Bruh.
However, I was looking through Dribbble for inspiration when I heard a FaceTime notification from my friend. I picked it up and said,
Hey sis, what's the tea today?
and a few hours later, she asked me,
So, hey sister Skyler, what do you want to do after you graduate college?
and I said,
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine.
and I hung up. Just kidding, I didn't hang up. It was actually a very insightful conversation. And that's when the light bulb moment came in. I wanted you, a viewer, to look at my personal website as if you were FaceTiming a friend, and I was telling you, 1, the story of how I got to where I am today, 2, what I'm currently working on, and 3, what I'd like to pursue in the future. I went onto LinkedIn and found some really awesome personal websites from other people's profiles, but there was one that really stood out to me. And she is one of my favorite YouTubers, the queen of the marketing and media space, Vanessa Lau herself. I saw the overall structure of her website, vanessalau.co, and I said to myself, yup, this is the one that I'm getting inspiration from. So my website is not exactly going to be a design portfolio, not going to be a coding portfolio, but more like a content creator HQ with hints of coding and design projects. I started off the design process in Figma and started to plan out the brand identity first. For the About page, I integrated mini stories of how I got into design, coding, and YouTube. I also created a projects and contact page. Then I added an option to switch to dark mode for accessibility. When I was done, I zoomed out and I thought to myself, bruh, I really wasn't vibing with it. And even though it was on the right track towards storytelling and user accessibility, I still feel like my personality was not infused enough into the design. Now we're kind of back to square one. I duplicated the original wireframes and just started to completely tear them apart. First, I made alternating black and silver gradient backgrounds for each page. And then I added my YouTube channel, LinkedIn recommendations, and newsletter form on the homepage. I also created a videos page where I featured more of my channel and also an immersive story on why I started creating YouTube videos in the first place. When I finished, I ran the prototype, scrolled through it, and realized that this is not really accessible for users because it was pretty annoying to my eyes to have to transition through the alternating colors and text and backgrounds. So I realized that I did not want viewers to also experience that same feeling as well. So for the third iteration of the website, I used a silver background gradient and also all black text. And I also added a resources page which contains my Amazon affiliate links and also some normal and referral links to products and apps that I really am obsessed with. And even though this user interface was more accessible to users, I still felt like it was too basic. I was about to take the L and just start coding, but when I opened up my VS Code, I remembered that I'm absolutely obsessed with my VS Code theme, and her name is Pink Cat Boo. So I screenshotted the VS Code theme, added it to Figma, used the background color, changed the text color to white, and started to love it. Finally. And then I wanted one more touch, so basically I went into the Figma community tab and looked for glowy gradients, used this one, lowered the opacity of the glows, and finally I was so relieved and felt like this was a beautiful sight for sore eyes. Now let's get into the code. So for my previous personal website, I've used static HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So I wanted to challenge myself and use React this time, which is a dynamic programming library for JavaScript that uses JSX, which is a syntax extension to JavaScript that is similar to HTML. I first developed the wrapper component, which is the default structure for every page. And this comprises the navigation bar and the social media footer with links. And then I linked the other pages in the navigation bar as individual components using React Router. And then I started to structure and style all of the pages of the website. Once I was done with that, I added media queries to make the website responsive for mobile devices. And I was like, let's go, I'm finally done. Now it's time to deploy the website, aka publish the website, and do all my Fortnite dances. But that's when everything came crashing down.
Hi, sisters!
Y'all, the power literally went out in my entire house. My entire neighborhood. And I couldn't deploy the site. But honestly, I see this as a dub for us. Me and this fake candle have been soaking in all of the heartbreaking side effects of these non-stop deployment failures. And I thought, why don't we just finesse? Let's just take the L and downgrade the tech stack to something that works so much more smoothly on GitHub pages, aka static HTML, CSS, and vanilla JavaScript. But you know what? I don't think this was a complete L, because yes, the React site wasn't deployed, but technically you can still render it by hosting it locally. I ended up taking parts of the code from the React project directory and copying and pasting it into the static project directory so that I could render everything in HTML, CSS, and vanilla JavaScript. Some of the styling was still off, so I had to go back into the CSS files to fix it. But eventually, I was ready to deploy in GitHub pages, connect my custom domain, and enforce HTTPS to make sure the website loads securely. So fingers crossed that this works. Sister Skyler finally made it work, so here's the final reveal. That's it. Thank you for watching. And I just wanted to say I'm so grateful for our first 100 subscribers. Like, what? I still can't process that that's real. And we're always welcoming new subscribers to join the journey, of course, because this is not my channel. This is our channel. And if you want to see some more behind the scenes content, some BTS, follow me on Instagram, because I let you guys decide what videos I post next. Lastly, sign up for Skyler's Tech Squad, a free monthly newsletter with tech resources, coding memes, and exclusive resources from these types of videos. And if you made it this far, like, subscribe, and comment. Let's go! As always, but this time with your favorite emoji next to it. And peace! So I was watching Rap God the other day, and I was like, you know what? I think we could do this. So here it is. Some alone doing lama you soon. I'm human. What I gotta do to get it through to you? I'm superhuman, innovative, animator, representing anything you say is ricocheting off of me. No good to you. I'm devastating more than ever demonstrating how to give an audience a feeling like it's levitating, never fading. And I know that the haters are forever waiting for the day that they could say I felt to be celebrating. Cause I know the way to get it motivated. I make elevating music. You make elevating music.